Hello, everyone. My cam is not on tonight. I have a really bad headache, so I'm kind of sitting here in the dark, except for the screen light. But I've got a few things from. Oh, weren't you just in? 1 second. Hold on. I tell you. I'm going to share window screen here. Weren't you, Trent, just over at Patty's Playhouse? Seriously. Okay, hold on. Yeah, these people are spamming. I'm pretty sure of it. Pretty darn sure of it. Oh, am I not going to be able to share this? Yes, I am. Hey, tennis girl. The sound is very low. Okay, hold on. Is that better? I hope it's better because I'm using this new program and I'm getting really annoyed by it already. Why won't it let me share my screen? Oh, because it's a PDF and it will only let me share it in Chrome? Oh, this is gonna just not work at all. Okay, let me get rid of this guy off of here. And its volume is still very, very low. Is that better? What is with all these people coming in and saying Wendy's arrested? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me just put this back up. So there's something. Page down says no, it's not. How's that? Is that better? Sound in right earphone only. All right, guys. Well, it looks like I am not going to be able to do this live until I fix. Yes, good audio. All right. Hello, beach bum. It's not allowing me to share this screen, which really bugs me. Hello, Denali Gordon. Guys, I may have to cancel this stream until I can figure out why it will not. I'm going to put this back up so you're not looking at a black screen. So I can figure out why it's not allowing me to share my screen. Because I got... Yeah, they're just trolls. They're just trolls. Listen, the internet would be exploding if she was arrested. So this really bums me out because I got information from Leon County today, and I wanted to share it with everybody. But hold on, I wonder if one sec, let me see if I've got it in here in my downloads. Which would be good if I did. Oh, maybe this is gonna work. Hold on, this might work. Now let me see. Oh, no. Oh, I tell ya. I know. But for some reason, this thing will only it will not show what's on my screen. I am not happy about this at all. And this is why I should have stayed with StreamYard. Well, I can tell you this. I'll give you the gist of it and then I will screenshot it. And actually, I wonder if I do that. Charlie's logs from September 7th to September 8th. Do you want to know how much he spent in phone calls? Charlie Adelson spent $8,687.36 in phone calls. There is 890 pages of phone calls. Unbelievable amount. I really wish I could share this screen with you guys. This is driving me absolutely bonkers. It says from September. Yep. $8,687.36. Here's another one. Hold on though. This is hilarious. Donna Adelson. Is this one's Donna's or Charlie's? Oh, that one's Charlie's still. That one's Charlie's. Let me get Donna Adelson's up. I'm going to pull Donna Adelson's up. Donna Adelson, the start date was 11/01/23 to 9/7/25. Donna Adelson spent $12,500 $572.96 in phone calls. That is unbelievable. And there is 705 pages in Donna Adelson. $12,572.96 in phone calls. Bloody hell. Oh, I'm so bummed I can't show you guys this. It is driving me up the wall. It is absolutely insanity that I can't show you. That is from, it says her start date was 11/01/23. Which does not make sense because she wasn't arrested on the 1st of November. But that's what they've got here. Denali Gordon, they're lying to you. It's not true. They are trolls. That's all they are. So Donna's duration in minutes right? So I can't just sit here and not show you guys anything because that's just not going to be right. So channel that I have been paying quite attention to. I'll share this, maybe it'll work. Come on. Oh, I really do hate this program. I really, really, really do. It is not showing anything. Okay, it's showing that now. Yeah, back-to-back trolls. Absolutely. Okay, so this channel here, it's called Across the Table. Harvey is medicated, overlooking at his CC statement. I'm telling you, when I saw how much money they spent, I was like, oh my God, who wants to talk for that much money? This channel here, Across the Table, if you guys can remember way back, it was in my first year of doing this, I overheard Wendi Adelson say something in her interrogation. This channel has cleaned up her interrogation, and they've also enhanced the volume in it. So, very good job, Across the Table. So, where I said she was, you could only hear it if you had headphones on, where she said, what is going on, or what is happening after Isom leaves the room. Yeah, John, it's OBS, and I'm telling you, for some reason it won't let me bring up any any of the screens I have up, which is absolutely annoying. So where she says what is happening, you couldn't hear it before unless you had headsets on. So I came across this and they've done a very good job because you can hear it clear as day. So I'm going to get it to just before Isom leaves the room. Yeah, and we can hear it ourselves without your headsets on. It's amazing. Denelli Gordon says, Crime and Coffee Crew, are you interested in this case because Dan was Canadian? I am absolutely interested in this case because of Dan Markel, because of his children. Dan's Canadian. That has a little bit, but really not much to do with it. This is a horrific case, and basically I'm just very, very interested in justice. And I came across this case when I was looking for information on what it was like to be in a court and stuff like that, because I was going through something. And then I just got hooked to see this family brought to their knees for what they've done.
Stupid question, but are you gonna give it back? Yes, okay. Yes. I feel like I need to help my family. What's going on? No, you're gonna get it back. It's just I'm trying to expedite this now so I can get it back to you sooner. I understand. Be right back. Okay, Wendy. Let me get your... that's the friend I was with calling. Do you want to just decline it? I guess I shouldn't talk to anyone right now. Yeah, just decline. Is there someone I can talk to about what to tell my kids? Yes, we're going to get to that. Give me your phone number.
Oh, I hate that line. She says, I truly do. I thought she knew about the death in the cop car. Right, Armand? She needs to reread her transcript. Is there anybody I can talk to about how to talk to my kids about the... I'm like, oh my God. I can tell you what to say, Wendi Adelson. I can say, sit your kids down like you did not too long ago and tell them about how you told them that Uncle Charlie and Grandma unalived their father. How about you sit your two boys down now and tell them that you are the reason that you started this. Tell them that you unalived their father. Hey, Clue, how are ya? Okay, so now I have someone here saying they can't hear the video. You can't hear it either. I've got it paused right now. Oh, I really hate this program. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Tell me if you can hear it now, guys.
Number on this phone again? 954-803-0079. Can I get Daniel's cell phone number? 202-276-8200. 202-276-8200. Okay. Do you know his passcode to unlock his phone?
I don't.
You don't know it?
I don't have a passcode. When I was with him, he didn't have the kind of phone that needed a passcode.
Okay.
But he's got an iPhone.
Okay, so there. We got that fixed. Black says, unfortunately, their friends at school will probably tell them. Yes, I did, John. I just did it there to reset. I would say so also, Black. I would say so. If they haven't already, which is unfortunate. That they have to dig.
So
yeah.
He may have one. And I can't remember, like, actually, I remember his passcode to something, but it was like a word in Hebrew with the word one, so it's a word and not numbers. I could give you my children's birthdays in case you want to try that. I really have no idea what it would be.
Okay, let's go ahead with the children's birthdays.
So Ben is 7/29, so it could be like 0729.
How do you go from hyperventilating to talking normal, all in like within seconds?
What year?
2009. Lincoln is 10/13, 2010. They're 14 months apart.
10/13 of 10?
Yeah. I was complaining about him at the lunch.
Sorry. I'll be right back. Go ahead, sir.
What is going on?
What is going on? Now, the thing is, you couldn't hear this prior. In the initial video, you cannot hear it. You have to have headphones on, and she whispers it. I will never forget the first time I heard it. I was like, oh my God. This isn't the script. This isn't what Mummy said was going to happen. This isn't in the plan. I'm not supposed to be brought to the police station and questioned for hours. I think Donna's mode of relocation was different from Wendy's mode of charges. I agree 100%. But do you agree, Armand, that Wendi knew what would be more important to her mother, so she played on that card over and over and over again, which then got Charlie involved? Hello, Michelle. Because her mom, I think the charges too would have gotten to Donna also, but from what we've seen as evidence right now, is the relocation, right? And how Donna harped and harped and harped on that. Oh, I wish I could show you guys these files. Why won't it let me show them? But the whole what is happening Beach Bum, I hope she thought she was going to be arrested. Yeah, because, well, we all seen, it took Isom, like, I think it was 3 or 4 times to even leave the room with her cell phone. But I would honestly think that it wasn't something they discussed, right? I truly believe that Wendi being pulled into the police station wasn't something they all discussed, and how it would go about and what she would say. For the fact is, she threw them all under the bus. But I think she was expecting to come find out that Danny was unalived, and they would ask her a couple questions and then she'd be gone. So when she said, what is happening? I'm going to go back a couple seconds here. And when she says that, it's like, oh, you weren't told? You guys didn't plan this?
What is going on?
What is going on? hope she got a taste of sitting in the back, but I think she wasn't in a cop car so much as a detective's car. It still makes me ill, too. It still makes me ill. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome to see? So, oh gosh, please don't hate me for saying this, but the Campbell's interview of not going after Wendi. He wants to give his crew, his team, a break so they don't get sick. Is anybody else find that just a line of bullshit? I'm sorry. I find that a line of bullshit. I'm going to say it straight up. We all know I say things straight up here. So your crew, your team does not get sick. You're going to leave a effing murderer on the streets. You're going to leave a fucking murderer on the streets. Are you kidding me, Jack Campbell? Because here's where I can blow a little hole in your little fucking theory, Campbell. You arrest Wendi fucking Adelson. The first thing your team's going to have to do is first appearance. You can send anybody for that first appearance, Jack Campbell. Another thing is, her trial is not going to be for a year. A year. That's enough rest for your team. So what's your excuse now, Jack Campbell? The torture the Markels have endured for all these years, he should have been totally ready. Yep. Yeah, a day longer is bullshit. I am so fucking tired of Jack Campbell. It is unreal. So, again, I will call the state attorney's office tomorrow because I believe that he needs to know. The Markels should not have to wait another bloody day. I don't hate you, tennis girl, because I 100% agree with you. You all can hate, chat me, but JC's bullshit is why I totally believe Tim J over... Tim J... I don't know why my chat is so small here. Oh, I hate this. Tim J over JC any day. There was a plea deal and I will always believe it. I cannot understand. And I know people say, oh, you know, it makes sense. He's got to give Georgia and Sarah a break and all of that. Arrest her. Put her behind bars. They're going to have a break. You can't think, nobody could tell me that Wendi effing Adelson is going to want her trial within 6 months. Hello, Chrissy. I believe he's controlled by someone else and is being told to stand down and leave Wendi alone. Yeah, Beach Bum says, if so, he needs to step down. I cannot believe that this is like when he came out. Remember when he came out right after Donna's trial, the exploded? The backlash that man got? I just, and this man, how do you sit through Charlie Adelson's trial, Donna Adelson's trial, all of the lying from Katie 1, Katie 2, Charlie, Donna, that Wendi Adelson has done? How can you watch this interview and not arrest her? Okay, Tim J said a reliable source told him a plea was offered to Donna if she gave them Wendi and Donna turned it down. Yeah, there's no, yeah, he's got, it was 2024, and 8 years, so yeah, he's not up for re-election. Like, how do you... She should have been arrested. Okay, I had a kind of a theory. Well, that got blown out of the water. I thought she would have been arrested on Monday, to be honest. I thought they were going to give the Markels some time to figure out what and what would happen with the boys. So I thought they would take the weekend to figure that out. I truly thought she was going to be arrested on Monday. Chrissy Carnwell says, I believe Wendi had intimate relations with several high judges and powerful people, and she is being protected. Well, I don't know about being protected, but I would not say she didn't use her wills. Oh, Tennis, don't worry about it. I get what you're saying. JC was reelected in 2024, and it's a 4-year term, which means he's up for reelection in 2028. And the thing is, Beach Bum says it's coming. Oh, I believe it's coming. I truly do believe that her arrest is coming. But I just don't understand why it didn't happen. They literally should have arrested her on Monday. It makes me sick to my stomach that there is so many people, even listen to the couple of jurors that have spoken out. They know she's guilty. Oh, Tennis Girl, you don't think Jack Campbell will ever arrest Wendi? Well, I'm going to say this, and I'll say it out loud, and again, it's just my opinion. I have no facts, no nothing. But I would have to wonder, did Jack Campbell ever have a little fling with Wendi Adelson? I'm not saying it's facts. It's me wondering. Did he drink some of the Wendi Kool-Aid? Hello. Hey, Chris, how are you? Oh, we're just discussing Wendi Adelson and how come Jack Campbell hasn't arrested her yet and why he thinks that putting somebody in jail doesn't give his team a break while she'll probably sit in jail for at least a year waiting. Beach Bum says all the jurors from all the trials are all wondering why Wendi wasn't. Yeah, I get it. Why she wasn't at the defense table. Okay, so you see, I'm not saying it's facts, guys. I'm not saying I have any evidence towards it at all. But why? Why is this man hesitating to arrest Wendi Adelson? Unless he had a sip of the Kool-Aid. That's all I'm saying, because it's clear as day to everyone. And I think we all need to start calling the state attorney's office and demanding her arrest. Demanding it. And I don't care what Jack Campbell says. I'm giving my team a break. You know, I want to make sure they don't get sick. They'll have a break. She's going to be in jail for over a year before she even goes to trial. And we've all seen it. We've all seen the trials. We saw Donna's trial. Practically, they could put Wendi Adelson on trial within 6 months. You can't tell me Georgia Cappleman doesn't have a Wendi trial binder already going. I blame Mags and JC worked under him, and it's taken him years to get this far. Plus, Weinstein was the lead prosecutor. The old boys club. It's disgusting to see. It's just disgusting. There's no need for it. Jack Campbell's a fucking coward. In my eyes, he's a coward. Exactly, tennis girl. This is what I'm saying. It would be at least a year until trial, so just arrest her now. Exactly. The only thing they're going to have to do is first appearance. They could send anybody from that state attorney's office to do the first appearance. Wendi would never ask for a speedy trial. The state has too much. Wouldn't help her at all. Exactly. That's why I say they're going to have a break. They're going to have a break. Chrissy said... So, Chrissy, about a year ago, I was listening to Wendy's interview. And the law and crime feed of it, you couldn't hear certain things she said. I had my headphones on. I was cleaning my house, listening to her hyperventilating and crying when there's not even crying. And I heard her say, "What is happening?" So this channel that I've been following, it's called Across the Table. They have taken the interview, cleaned up the audio, and enhance the audio. So now without headphones, you can actually hear her say what is happening. And it's after Isom leaves the room that she says it. But in the actual audio, you can't hear her saying it. She's whispering it. Has JC ever prosecuted a case here or DA's prosecute? I think he has. I'm pretty sure he has. He should have kept his damn mouth shut, the same as he did when Donna's trial went berserk, the first one. He should have kept his mouth shut, but he didn't. Exactly at John Smith, don't say anything. He did that disastrous press conference in his office, derailed the trial last year. You should have just shut the fuck up then too. Yeah, I'll say it for you, tennis girl. And he came out so strong with his lie, trying to make Tim J look bad. JC, so untrustworthy. Typical politician. Okay, this is what I have to say about that. I have to say for Tim Jansen. Tim Jansen, for the longest time, was on the Wendi train, right? Nope, not enough evidence, not enough this, not enough this, to the point where I wanted to go to Tallahassee, just walk up to him and smuck him across the head to wake him up. If Tim Jansen can now see that Wendi Adelson is guilty, come on. I agree he should just keep his mouth shut. If Donna had not tried to flee, she probably would not be arrested for a year. I guarantee. And not only that, if she hadn't had that hot mic phone call, they wouldn't have known. She'd be gone. Because Jack Campbell wanted to sleep on the sidelines. 11 years. 11 years for a trial for justice. For one murder. 11 years. Come on, Jack Campbell. The Markels deserve not to ever go back into that Tallahassee courtroom. They deserve to be able to move on. They deserve to finally be able to take that last breath and release everything. Like, they just deserve to be with their grandbabies. They deserve to be able to rebuild with their grandchildren. And yet again, Jack Campbell delays justice. I don't get it. Like, these jurors didn't know nothing about this trial. Nothing. And both of them said Wendi should be arrested. And she sits on the sidelines again. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Can't believe, guys. Oh, wait, maybe it'll work now. Look at what I just did. It works. I figured it out. Scott Radius. Where did that go? Scott Radius called the police and told them about their discussion with him to flee to Vietnam, and they still went back and forth on issuing an arrest warrant. Right? Right, John? I'm like, I'm so old that I'm... Okay. Doesn't Jack see all the lies that Wendi tells while on the stand under immunity? She shouldn't even have immunity with all those lies that she's been telling. What's the purpose of the immunity then? What's the purpose of having a charge of perjury? If you can charge somebody with perjury, Wendi Adelson should be the poster child. Truly. Crime and Coffee crew, you only have one channel working. Right side of makes both channels work. I'm not sure what you mean, Clue. Okay, so here is, this is Charlie's, look at this, guys. $8,687.36 in phone calls. Oh, you guys are only getting one sound again. I get one thing working. Clueless, I only have sound on right side too. Unbelievable. I do not like this program at all. And then oops. Donna Adelson. $12,572.96. Clue says, you still talking to Donna? It would be interesting. I sent her a message during the trial, and I have not got a reply, and I'm pretty sure I will not get another reply. I'm checking. How's that? Is that better? You guys tell me if you can hear me better now. Clue says, I hope and pray both Charlie and Donna see loophole lawyer videos. Oh, they are funny. Oh, there we go. John, you're a genius. What would I do without you? So yeah, Donna Adelson, so far, has spent $12,000. This is just Leon County, guys. This is not Wakulla. This is not South Dakota. This is just Leon County. Look at her duration. Calls and minutes. Total completed calls, 4,288 calls. Total incomplete calls, 4,138. Look at the duration. Average call length in seconds, 1,062.24. This is insanity that these people are spending this much money in phone calls. It's absolute insanity. And then what was Charlie's was here? Yeah, Charlie's. Average call length, 10:47:15. What was Donna's? 10:62:24. Do I have the call? Oh, that one's... Who's this? Okay, this is Donna's. Hold on, I gotta make this bigger because I gotta make it a little bit bigger, guys. I'm sorry because I didn't redact the phone numbers. So yes, if Crime and Coffee really wanted to, I could call Harvey. Just saying. Because I have his number now. Oh, God. But... Now you can't hear me. Everybody else says they could hear me. So there's my volume is way down now. Okay, is that better? I don't know if it's better or not, but we'll try again. So this is so these are first name, that's who she called, that's her last name. Okay, thanks, Clue. So called party, hang up, called party, hang up, caller, hang up, called party, hang up. So that means people hung up. Dialed number restriction. So who is she calling? Was she trying to call Dial a Bottle? Because I'll just take a quick peek. Yeah, there's a number there. Caller, hang up, caller, hang up. Guys, look at this. 705 pages. Very loud now. She was prank calling. 705 pages of phone calls. Like, Charlie's is actually fun. Because, Charlie has a lot of people that didn't even accept. Actually, I had to turn down a little on my end. Okay, John. So, caller party hang up. No positive acceptance. So this person denied the phone call, which is hilarious. Somebody decided, no, we're not talking to him. A lot of no positive acceptance. Called party, caller, hang up, caller, hang up. No positive acceptance. There's a lot of that. I really am interested to see how much he paid for them people to hang up on him. Like, seriously, a lot of hang-ups. Here's a 3-way. Oh my goodness, here's a 3-way detected on, let me see what day that was. I just noticed it. 9/5/25 at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 3-way call detected. Charlie tried to call you and you ignored it. I would accept. I truly would. Clue, who, you know it's Charlie. You know it's Charlie, right? I would say, guys, I will check the number. Oh, I got to check the number. I'll check the number and I'll get back to you on that one. I bet you what that 3-way was. If the number is Harvey's number, then it was Harvey trying to connect Charlie and his mom. Oh, I gotta check that number. Give me 1 sec. Because now I'm curious. Bam! That's what it was. Three-way call attempted. And that's exactly what it was. On September 5th, 2025. He had a couple of them. This one is at 1 a.m. Let me just look at the start date, end time. So, 3-way was at 1 a.m. and ended at 3 a.m. So a 3-way call. Yeah, it says 3-way call attempted. 9/05/25. It was short, but they tried. Beach bum, you're right. Jeez, beach bum. No. I think it was the 4th. She got... What was last Thursday? Oh my goodness, I can't even remember the date. My God. Yeah, the 4th. 4th was conviction day. Hello, music by Brian. How are you? Hey, the two. So that's probably exactly what it was his dad called, because it is Harvey's number. I just checked. Yeah, beach bum. They're living in my head rent free too. Yeah, Rochelle's an expert with her new program now. Oh, God. If only. Okay, you also said Wendi was arrested and she's not. Oh, come on. Beach Bum says she had to talk to Charlie. Help. What happened next? You know how it goes. Yep. Hey, Will. Now let's hope they go for the big fish, Wendi, now. If Jack Campbell can find his balls. Oh, Clue, you only live about 15 minutes away from the Austin house? I think she's in Denver now, to be honest. I really do. I really do think she's in Austin now. That, she's a slimy piece of work, that one. Hey, Jane. Good evening to you all. First time here. Welcome. You have entered the coffee shop, the coffee crew. Here we say exactly what's on our mind. Either I'm saying it or you guys are putting it in chat. I do not censor anybody. I do not. It is not how we work here in the coffee crew. So welcome. Hey, Rhodes Scholar. Long time no see. Yeah, Jane, I agree. I think she's in Denver now. Clue, I have to agree with you, my friend. Jack Campbell does not have balls. He does not. Crew, I believe, is correct. Patty showed the back of the rental is back on the market. Yeah, I 100% agree. She's not in Austin anymore. I agree with that. I think she's in Denver now, but that's just my opinion. Hey, Patricia, I'm sorry I didn't see you come in, my friend. Or find Wendy's balls, yeah. Oh, Jane, you don't think she's in Denver? How does a man have a family, loses his wife, has children, and is okay with the isolation of the Markel family to those two boys? That's my one question for George, Jorge, whatever he wants to call himself. That's my one and only question, is how? Wendi, the angel of death, is being followed, no escaping Sanford, right, too? Yeah, no escaping Sanford. I gotta catch up on chat here. It's going to... I would have to agree with that. I would have to agree. There's a lot of ballsless men in Florida, let's just say. It's called Kitty Whipped. True enough. Yes, everyone. I'm sure you're all subscribed to Patty, but if there is a chance that you're not subscribed to Patty's Playhouse, go and do it. You won't regret it. She's an absolutely amazing woman. And thank you, Tennis, for putting that up there. We all are. We all are. All the Adelsons should be buried. They all should be buried underneath a jail and never to see the daylight again. And so Charlie's record up here is 890 pages long. So if you want these, if you want a copy of these so you can see them for yourselves, my email is linked in the bio of my YouTube page. Send me an email, put in the subject line, Charlie's Call Logs or Donna's Call Logs, and I will forward them to you. Because they are long. Very, very long. Like I said, 890 pages for Charlie and 705 pages for Donna. Jane Gold says, I still can't believe that someone in the family would have stopped the whole thing. You know, I think if Rob would have known, he would have contacted the authorities. I truly do. Hey, Leah. Jorge. I try to say it as Jorge. And Wendi hears, hey, whore. I just imagine that's what she hears when she... Charlie has nothing to lose facing life. However, one day his actions / reactions will catch up with him. Yep. I agree. Oh, true enough. Put them on Google Docs and just send them to people, these documents. I can do that. Thank you, Clue. Being kosher isn't easy. So the Jewish community in Mary's side. Oh, the chat. It's so weird that it doesn't let me see your whole chat. Hold on, let's do this for a second. Being kosher isn't easy, so the Jewish community in Merseyside and Liverpool, UK tend to eat at least one of their meals together in a massive kosher restaurant in Liverpool. It's packed solid always. Oh, that's nice. Why were they all having paella? No shellfish. That's the... is paella another thing? Like it's another code? Rob is truly a gem and had the balls to stand up to his disgusting family. He is an amazing human being. And I send all my blessings his way. Yep. Hello, George Dixon. Welcome. John says, I went through a bad divorce, but that never entered. No, same with me. My son's father was so abusive. Horribly mean man. And guess what? Never, never, never. Never thought once about it. I'm working on the 4 trials of Wendi Adelson testimony. So hopefully this weekend we'll be able to go through it. I don't want to watch all of it. I just want to pick out the same questions that are asked every trial because they are actually different answers. It's insanity. I don't know. Honestly, Patricia, I don't know if there was a place like that in Tallahassee. Oh, Beach Bum, you wouldn't believe it. It's ridiculous. We tend to be here every night. Tonight is a weird night because I just wanted to bring these docs up. But we tend to be here every night and we tend to review stuff about the Adelsons. And we discuss and we curse and we say whatever's on our mind. George says paella is a very strange secretive birthday gift that was discussed for weeks and weeks, right? They're always the victims of divorce. Children is the worst. Are we on Wendi watch? I will be on Wendi watch till that fucking bitch is behind bars. And yes, I curse. And when it comes to Wendi Adelson, yeah. And apparently Rob knew nothing of this big birthday surprise. It's a sin. It is absolutely a sin what they done to... Thank you all so much. Sounds perfect for me. Thanks, Jane. Thank you for joining. Beach Bum, I think she's in Denver. That's my opinion, but I have no idea. I saw an old interview of Ruth Markel from the Canadian Jewish News circa 2018. Ruth stated that the Markels would not take the boys. I think with her being on here on her own and elderly, so no chance. I don't believe they would take the boys either. I truly do not think they would. But what do the boys do? Where do they go? Crime and Coffee, have you emailed Wendi? She sometimes responds lawyer to. I would if I knew her email. Honestly, Clue, if you know the email, send it to me. I will. Because I'm seriously thinking about giving Harvey a call. Yeah, once her house was doxxed, she had to move. Yeah. I like to know how she's affording Laurel. I truly would, guys. There's no way she could afford him. I think Rob or Dan's sister would. I agree. And we know the Markels are still in contact with Rob. Like Phil said, he hasn't seen Rob in a while, but they do speak on the phone. Sorry, guys. No. I don't think so, Clue. No, they're 15 and 14. They're getting ready for college soon. And that's exactly the question. Where were the boys when Wendi Adelson was in Florida? Jane, I swear to God, I am so close to... I'm like, I got his number. I would call him in a heartbeat. Ask him if he wanted to do a interview. A phone interview with Crime and Coffee. Oh. The crew wants to know. The crew wants to know. I think Ruth Phil would advocate for either Rob or Shelley to have them. Does anyone think George has secretly adopted the boys? For him to adopt, he would have to marry Wendi, would he not? And the boys, would they not lose their money from their dad if they got adopted? I'm not sure how it works in the States. That's why I'm asking. The Mintz cousins are in San Antonio. Yep. Michael Mintz was at the trial. Well, he wasn't in the courtroom, but he was there. Wendi calls Dan the Dark Lord. That's Satan. She is naming him Satan. Yep. Oh, don't worry, Jane. Do not worry one bit. I agree with you, Clue. I absolutely agree. These poor boys are going to have to go through a lot. Hopefully the kids will go live with Rob. Their whole world. The minute their mom is arrested, it all crumbles down on these poor. Mr. Markel brought up a great point that we sometimes forget. We do. It's sad. It is absolutely sad. There's some forgets of the destruction the Adelsons, excluding Robert, in regards to all the children connected without parents, grandparents, too now. Yeah. It's absolutely. Mint's cousins are in San Antonio. Hello, Deb W. Welcome. Wendi is able to name anyone she wants as guardians of the boys. Like anybody would trust her judgment. I am in Canada. Oh, you don't think they would lose the Social Security money? I'll have to look into that. See you later, Jane. Oh, she can designate anyone to be their guardian. Okay. Okay, they would not lose their social security code. Thank you so much, guys. How or did Wendi tell them Granny was arrested and convicted? Arrested and convicted. Can you imagine? And after Charlie. So I don't remember. I don't know if you remember Beach Bum, but 2 would remember. It was right after Wendi got arrested. Please, Freudian slip. Please let it happen. Right after Donna got arrested, I received an email where I was told the person was a friend of Charlie's, an acquaintance of Wendy's, and that Wendi had told the boys that Charlie did it and that Grandma did it also. So as far as I know, and I looked and I did see this name mentioned a few times from Charlie and stuff like that. So from what I know is that they already know that Grandma and Uncle Charlie did it. She can name a guardian at any time. It would be put in legal documents whenever she wants. I still wouldn't agree with her decision, for the fact is she's only going to do what suits her. What suits her. It's not going to be in the best interest of those boys, I can guarantee that. Let's hope Jane isn't on the short list. Let's hope. I actually think Jane is done with Wendi. Once she got away, I think she's done with... She realized she was being used. They'd keep their benefits at 16. The money will go directly to the boys. That's good to know. As a parent, I had a guardian set up in case anything happened to me. And that's very wise to do, right? That is very wise to do. I just don't think Wendy's judgment would be in the best interest of the boys. It would be in her interest. Would you stop doing that? Don't be a silly goose. Yeah, let it be. Yeah. Elf came in right from the beginning and said, Wendy's been arrested. She's alienating those kids even further and further away. Oh, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible what she's doing to those boys. Why don't I see Patricia's comment? There we go. I had a version of Wendi sitting on a big white sofa watching her mom's arrest body cam and shouting the boys in to come and see, and they sit either side of her to watch while she throws her head. Oh. How is Wendi paying for legal fees plus cost of living? Does she have a job? But the type of lawyer job that she would have would I do not understand how she'd be able to pay for Laurel, which is $1,500 an hour. that price is going to go sky high if it's a trial situation. There's no way, unless she's got a one mega OnlyFans site, let me tell you. Oh, I could see that, Patricia. Seriously, guys, we need to be checking, because I bet you she's got an OnlyFans site. Oh, according to her, she doesn't watch media. While she watched Charlie's trial and texted her parents, right? I'm just doing what you're doing, Elf. You come in here and say, Wendi got arrested. So I'm just saying, Wendy's probably got an OnlyFans. That's how she pays for John Laurel. See how far that goes. Oh, John, it's got to be ridiculous. Because she had him right off the bat. $1,500 an hour. Like, just imagine what she paid him for Donna's trial. Like, he's not just getting paid for going up to the lectern and saying what he has to say. If he's staying in Tallahassee while she's there, she's paying for all that. I still can't get out of my head that one call. Or is an email. You're where she says, Donna says, you're not guilty now. Or you're safe now. Oh, sorry. Okay, my apologies, Elf. Is not the one that wrote about Wendi that said that Elf is good. Oh, yeah. Okay, my apologies, Elf. But I'm still saying Wendy's got to have an OnlyFans. It's the only way she could pay for John Laurel. Or she's doing a Monica Lewinsky, one or the other. Yeah, she may not have seen all the media about her, but she has it recorded to watch. This is why Wendi can't afford new dresses or hair blowouts. Laurel is expensive. Yeah. My apologies, my friend. Oh, my God. I cannot believe Jack Campbell's not going to arrest her. I'm sorry, I'm backtracking. I've fallen back onto that. But what is wrong with this guy? Something is seriously wrong with Jack Campbell. Patricia Burns, the two. Is he in comparison with who? No, but let's just be frank about this. How the hell is Wendi paying for Laurel? How? It makes no sense to me. Like, is the Adelson money? It wouldn't be Charlie's money. So is mommy and daddy's money paying for Laurel? Man, if I was Donna Adelson, I'd be fucking pissed. I would be pissed that here I am paying for this MAGA lawyer for Wendi, and I got two gumball lawyers. Bloody hell. Yeah, they're not a very smart family. Right, Beach Bum? Exactly. He's like $1,500 an hour, and he's been on retainer for years. No telling what he's been paid. Oh. You think Weinstein's helping? You think she's using it? Oh, man. If the Markels found out that, oh. What does everyone think of the foreperson for Donna's jury? I'll go first. She's sassy but impressive at her age. Donna has met her match. Listen, I know people are like, oh my goodness, she needs to stop this and that. I like her. I like her. And what does Laura really do but say a few words before her testimony and then sit in court and play with his phone? Unbelievable. Yeah. Hey. George, the money that, it makes me travel, motions, appearance, phone calls, etc. It's a lot, yeah. And I would almost bet even him sending one email, even though it only takes seconds, I would almost bet it's a guaranteed hour for one email. When I think of all the time that the state has had, including the year delay in Donna's trial, and they still don't have Wendi in their crosshairs, I'm disgusted. I agree with you. I agree, Tennis. "11 years to get Donna is shameful." I honestly believe Donna and Wendi should have been tried together. They probably could have tried all three of them together. But they needed Wendi for all those trials. Well, now it's her turn. It's her turn, Jack Campbell. Get off your ass. Do something. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, how can you watch this and hear that and think, oh, it's nothing? Harvey is scary. I'm leery of him. Worse than Donna, Charlie, and Wendi can. Oh, you really think so too? Hey, B-Rabbit. Hey, Rochelle and everyone. I didn't realize you'd started streaming again. I did. I came back just before Donna's trial. I came back. I was hoping all the negativity would not come my way again. So I'm praying it stays away. The tally juries wouldn't convict both Sig and Katie. It's unlikely they would convicted the entire Adelsons. But you're forgetting Beach Bum, right? It was the one lady. It was the pregnant lady that held out on Katie because she couldn't bring herself to convicting Katie and the children losing both their parents. I think if that woman wasn't on the jury, Katie would have got convicted. The grand jury convenes the third Wednesday of this month. I hope Wendi is on it. So the third Wednesday of this month. So you're saying they don't convene till the 17th? Oh, and on another note, Donna's sentencing is October 14th. The youngest boy, the youngest Markel boy, his birthday is Donna's sentencing is October 14th. The youngest Markel boy's birthday is October 13th. I fully expected them to arrest Harvey and Wendi together. They won't be able to force Wendi to testify at her own trial, so what the fuck are they waiting for? I agree. I absolutely agree. Oh, most courtrooms are closed next week? Why are they closed, guys? Yep. I agree with that one. Yep. I still think if that pregnant juror was not on there, Katie would have been convicted a long time ago. So lovely to see you back, Rochelle. Things definitely got wild there for a hot minute or two. Yes, they did. Yes, and it was too much to bear. I can't lie, I was worried when Judge E named the jurors by last name. Justin, I don't trust Harvey. I was very... Because he did that, and it was actually aired in Charlie's trial, right? The last names of the jurors. This time they didn't air it, but... I think it's just a case management. I hear different things about what will happen October 14th. Because he did say he wanted the stuff's done by then, so I'm hoping it's October 14th, but it's sad that it's the day after the youngest's birthday. Hello, Justice. How are you? Yeah, October 9th is Dan Markel's birthday. I hope they arrest Harvey. I hope they arrest Harvey and Wendi on Dan's birthday. That would be ironic and epic at the same time. Let's hope. Let's hope. Thank you, Beach Bum. I couldn't remember the name. PSI report. Thank you so much for putting that in there. It was not coming out my brain. Yeah, I know he said it was a case management, but I'm hoping that... Because Charlie only had... His was 30 days before he was sentenced. Right. I miss George's here. Either way, Donna's going away for life. She can put that in her planner. Yep. She can. Plan away, Donna. Yeah, she can put that right in her damn planner. Oh, John, you live in North Carolina. There's some of you know here, I did go to Dan's grave. Paid my respects. I did not take any cameras with me. I was not going to do that. And I was thinking about it today. Oh, Beach Bum. I will say this. I will say tally population going to be a bit bigger when Wendi is arrested. Absolutely. And I pray to God everything calms down. So as a Canadian, I will feel okay going across the border. How mad of Dan Rashbaum to give that planner to the state. Oh, what was he thinking? Or was it a deliberate sabotage? It was Dan Rashbaum. He wasn't thinking. It was Dan Rashbaum. For sure. No thinking there. Yes, so back to that. I went there, and there is quite a few visitors to Dan's resting place. A lot of people leave like stones, things like that. And I stood there. I was there for, I'd say, about a half an hour. And what struck me the most about being there was I'm a stranger, right? I'm just someone that follows this case and wants justice for him. But I couldn't shake off the feeling that here's this stranger standing at Dan's resting place when his two sons have never stood on that ground. And I couldn't shake that feeling. I just couldn't. That his two sons, his only children, have never, ever been to his resting place. Armand says, I think we are going to see Donna speak with an outburst at her sentencing. Oh, that's going to be... I'm there for that. I'm so there for that. Hello, Bob. Oh, I guarantee it. I guarantee he probably had a watch party saying, oh, I'm so glad I'm not there. I honestly wonder if Rashi didn't even notice the back page of the planner and never knew what he was hiding. I agree. I think it was just he thought it'd make him look good, and he just screwed up big time. Crime and Coffee, it's really sad to think those boys have never been there. And did you see my father's alibi open letter to the boys? I have not seen it yet. I think Adelson, she's an amazing woman. And she's still fighting for justice. And if there's anything I can do to help her, I wish, just let her know I will do whatever it takes to help. But I think she's the one person that someday down the road will be a good ear, somebody really good for those boys to know. I really think. Because she knows, right? Oh, that Armand, wasn't that disgusting? Absolutely disgusting. Armand or Adelson if the boys are ever open to that conversation, I think is one of the better people. George, I'm there for that. I'll get the popcorn. Seriously, I would love for her to have a spit mask on and the whole thing. Oh, I am there for that. Strap down shocker when she goes, oh, can we all have the button, please, sir? Every single one of us coffee crew, we want the button. We want the button. I'm going to tell you guys what I just done. I got so excited about Hannibal Lecter Donna that I just spilt my coffee all over me. Absolutely. I got so excited about it that I am now wearing my coffee. Unbelievable. Petty, I know, but I hope Donna has been eating her feelings. I don't think it's petty, Rabbit. Maybe she'll come blowed up like she's been full of helium because all of her feelings are just... Oh. Oh, nice, Armand. You're going to Alaska. Nice. So I'm going to play Wendi for a bit so I can clean this up. Give me 1 sec, guys.
They're going to take your phone, they're going to hook it up to a machine, download the information. It doesn't take a whole lot unless you got a lot of stuff on there.
I don't know what's on there. I have to use the bathroom.
Okay, no problem.
Is there?
Yep.
Is it close by?
Yeah, it's real close by. Okay, you can leave your stuff there. It's not going anywhere, and I'll escort you right around the corner here. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want some water after that?
Okay.
Okay.
Can't leave.
No, not yet. You got somebody here?
Seriously? Okay, I'll hold it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We just have to eliminate everything. Okay, you know what she's saying, right?
I'm assuming I'm a suspect.
No, you're not a suspect. I'm not, I don't consider you a suspect. I asked you to come up here. You came up here voluntarily. I'm not Reggie Miranda. You are not under arrest. You are the closest thing to family that I have to Daniel right now. Okay? You are.
I'm so sad for... I was thinking about something else. He told me that he comes, we have week on, week off, but on Wednesdays we do an overnight.
Right.
And he told me that he might have some work up in New York and he might not be back in time for the Wednesday overnight. So there's no way that he did this, because he had all kinds of plans, like, for.
I'm so sad. Who the hell has to say I'm sad? Who? Oh. Hey, Kosher. Donna's the poster person for when feelings become felons. Feelings become felonies. They need to name the movie about them. Yeah. Oh. I'm going to have to look at Allison's letter. Did she have it on her channel, Beach Bum? Oh, 100%. I would say they're going to try to suppress this. Yeah, we want them all to live to 120. Do you know what? That was absolutely amazing that I want to play it. This was amazing.
If you please could tell us your name for the record.
Good evening. My name is Phil Markel. I'm Danny's father. Judge Everett, I appreciate the opportunity to speak about the impact of Donna Adelson's actions on my families and the families of so many others. While this victim impact statement is addressed to you, Your Honor, it is also intended for the Adelson family, Harvey, Charlie, Wendi, and particularly Donna. I would like them to understand and reflect on the deep and irreparable damage they have caused. The pain that they have caused my family is obvious and permanent, but they have also caused lifelong harm to their own immediate family and so many other families and children around. Donna's selfishness, cruelty, and complete disrespect for human life, along with that of her co-conspirators, have left families forever broken. Louis Rivera, his children have no father. Catherine Magbanawa and Sigfredo Garcia, their children have no parents. Charlie Adelson, his son, Roman, has no father. Rob Adelson and his wife and their 2 children have lost their uncle and grandparents. Shelley and Ian, my daughter, their 3 children, my grandchildren, are left without an uncle and are separated from their cousins. Of course, their heinous and callous actions have left me, Ruth, and Shelley without our Danny, and Ben and Lincoln without their father. For anyone to commit such a cold-blooded, unprovoked act of murder is horrific. For Donna, someone who claims to care so much about Ben and Lincoln, her sun shines. Her actions are beyond comprehension.
I love that Phil said, her sun shines. I love that he said that. I absolutely do.
She has harmed forever the people she claims to have loved. In the Jewish custom, we have an expression to always wish others to live to 120 years of age. For Donna, I wish her to live to 120, alone in her jail cell. I wish that every day of her remaining days she thinks about the harm she has caused to so many, especially those 2 boys she claims to have loved so much. For these reasons, Your Honor, I ask the court sentence Donna Adelson to the maximum possible sentence. And my only short question to Donna, was it worth it? Respectfully, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Markel.
I love that he looked over at her, and then when he goes by Harvey, he looks at Harvey. What was Donna's reaction when she heard the victim statements were coming? We can go back to that. Definitely, just watch him.
Are there any other matters that the court needs to address this evening, Ms. Campbell?
No, Your Honor.
He looks... Oh, where'd you go? Don't go away. He looks at both of them.
Cruelty.
He gives them a good stare down. We'll just go to Donna Adelson verdict. Because I can't get enough of this anyway. Nobody can get enough of this.
Has the jury reached a unanimous verdict? Yeah. If you please can hand the verdict form to the bailiff.
Yep, I loved it.
Having reviewed the verdict form, it is in its proper order. At this time, I will publish the verdict. We, the jury, find as follows as the count 1 of the indictment, first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder. Mrs. Adelson.
Oh! Like, wait, were you shocked? Were you fucking shocked, Donna? Seriously. Yeah, Kosher, I believe she says that too. Max and Kristen H said if Wendi is arrested, they're going to take off and go to that trial. Listen, I said it about Donna. We all understand why I can't be down in the wasn't down there. But I will move heaven and earth to be at Wendi's trial. I will. What happened to Donna's 80s Walkman? Yep. She could hear the verdict just right. I was saying the same thing, George. I was saying the same thing. She says here you convicted an innocent woman.
Listen, control yourself. Count control is guilty of first-degree murder. Mrs. Adelson, control yourself. Count 2. We
I love it.
Find as follows as the count 2 of the indictment. Conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Count 3. We, the jury, find as follows as the count 3 of the indictment.
Okay, guys, I have to do something. Because I have a question to ask you guys. Let me just go here. I'm just going to go. I don't know. I just want to bring this up. because I think Judge Everett enjoyed that moment. Just watch for 1 second.
Everyone but the foreperson can be seated. Has the jury reached a unanimous verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you please could hand the verdict form to the bailiff. The verdict form is in its proper order. Madam Clerk, please publish the verdict.
In Charlie Adelson's trial, when the verdict was being read, Judge Everett looked over the form, said they were in the right order, perfect order, all of that. Then he had Madam Clerk read out the verdict.
In the Circuit Court of the Second Judicial Circuit in and for Leon County, Florida, the State of Florida versus Charles Adelson, case number 2016 CF 3036B, verdict. Count 1. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 1 of the indictment, first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder. Count 2. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 2 of the indictment, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder.
Okay, so we go back to Donna Adelson. Judge Everett didn't have Madam Clerk read it out. Judge Everett read it. I truly think Judge Everett, he's a rock star. Truly is, because he wanted to be the one to tell Donna Adelson she was guilty. Oh, I sure hope so. I sure hope so too. I really do. The self-delusion is ridiculous. They believe their own lies. Yep. Did anybody else think... Yep. Judge Everett's not impressed with Donna at all. I was like, wait, Judge Everett didn't do that in Charlie's trial. I think he was so fed up with Donna Adelson and her lawyers that he wanted to be the one to say she was guilty. I really think that he was like, right, 3 hours. And it would have been less unless the jury foreman made them go through more of it to make sure they were all okay with their choice. I think it would have been less than Charlie if she hadn't have done that. Yeah, I agree. I honestly think Judge Everett got along with Rashbaum, but not only despised Donna, but her defense. I agree. I think he was... I think he was just fed up. Remember pre-trial when Donna took the stand and insisted the court take the statement of the inmates? Turns out she wrote a script for them. Yep. Yep, I agree. I absolutely agree. It's
indictment. Solicitation to commit first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of solicitation to commit first-degree murder. And it is signed and dated by the foreperson. One moment. Members of the jury, the bailiff will escort you to the jury room.
For someone that I'm going to go out there and say that doesn't believe in any higher power, sure says, oh my God, a lot. I'm not sure what this is. Put it up on your channel. Oh, kosher. Oh, yeah. He was ready to sentence her There was no break, no nothing. It was just like verbal diarrhea coming out. In a weird way, George, I agree. Was there a defense? Was there not a defense? I truly believe her defense was throwing her kids under the bus. Her lawyers just didn't know how to do it properly. Because another YouTuber and I were talking on the phone the other night. And we actually played. She was taking the side of the prosecution and I took the defense side. And I said, you know what? I'm not a lawyer. I don't practice any law or whatever. I watch trials. That's what I do. I said, I could have got Donna off. Or at least a hung juror. So she was throwing out all these things, the same thing Georgia was throwing out, and I argued each of those points. And she's like, damn. I says, they were really bad lawyers, like really, really bad lawyers. I'm not going to say I want to get Donna off, not at all, but there could have been a way better defense. I don't know. I can't remember, Bob, if he said that or not. I really don't remember if Carl said that. There's a house in South Beach, the House of Adelsons. It's been the ruin of many a soul, and it's doomed them all to buy one. Remember that sign, guys, in the airport when she got arrested? All together now. All together now. Yeah, she's a certified mischief maker.
Mrs. Adelson, while this was not the outcome I'm sure that you desired, there will not be any further outbursts in front of the jury. If you cannot control yourself, I am going to have to determine if you will be removed from the remainder of this process. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Do you need a moment to collect yourself? Before the jurors are brought back in, we will take a brief 2-minute break. Please give her tissues if she needs them. When the jurors are brought back into the room, does the defense wish to have the jurors polled before they are discharged?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please bring back in the jurors so we can conclude with their portion of the trial. Members of the jury, before I discharge you for this evening, I am briefly going to poll you concerning whether your verdict is unanimous at the request of one of the parties. When you hear your last name, please appropriately respond.
I would say the only option, George, that Charlie could possibly have, and that would be to speak with the state and maybe get an option of a chance at parole if he turns on his sister. That would be his only option, in my opinion. I could be wrong. The red velvet judge. Yeah, so I got a message yesterday because anybody that knows that was here for Donna's first trial, the first day of I believe it was jury selection, myself and the coffee crew, sent Judge Everett a dozen red velvet cupcakes. And then I heard that Patty is sending Judge Everett a red velvet cake. So that's just wonderful. That's amazing.
You of some very special privileges that are enjoyed by jurors. No juror can ever be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in the jury room except by court order. For many centuries, our society has relied upon juries for consideration of difficult cases. We have recognized for hundreds of years that a jury's deliberations, discussions, and votes should remain their private affair as long as they wish it. Therefore, the law gives you a unique privilege not to speak about the jury's work. Although you are at liberty to speak with anyone.
Carrie Sue, that was my first thought when I heard that. She would know. Donna would know. It was a weird question. I was like, why is she asking that? Is it still Adelson? It's a weird question. It triggered right away in my head, like, that was odd.
About your deliberations, you are also at liberty to refuse to speak to anyone. A request to discuss either your verdict or your deliberations may come from those who are simply curious, from those who might seek to find fault with you, from the media, from attorneys, or elsewhere. It will be up to you to decide whether to preserve your privacy as a juror. With that being said, I want to extend my thanks on behalf of the entire Second Circuit for your service in this matter. You are discharged. Have a good evening. As to the jury's verdict, with the jury having found the defendant guilty of the 3 charges of the indictment, is the defense asking for a pre-sentence report on counts 2 and 3. As to count 1, the penalty is statutory, and essentially there is no modification for it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered by the court as to counts 2 and 3. As to count 1, is there any reason why we cannot proceed to sentencing on this matter?
Your Honor, we would request an opportunity to ensure that our client is okay before we proceed to sentencing. It's my understanding that Charlie Adelson wasn't sentenced right away. We're asking for the same courtesy.
Very well. Court then will set a separate sentencing date.
May I inquire whether the family members that are present would like to give victim impact now or at the future date?
Go ahead.
True, George. I was wondering if she turned around there and looked at Harvey and said, "Help me."
fine. Right there in front of the lectern.
Ruth did such a good job.
If you please can identify yourself for the record.
Yes, my name is Ruth Mark. Sorry?
I'm worried you're going to trip. Just...
Okay. I already did fall. My name is Ruth Markel.
You may give your impact statement, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge Everett. To the Honorable Judge Everett, my name is Ruth Markel. I am the mother of the late Dan Markel. I stand before you today to express the profound sadness and grief that Dan's family and I have endured since his tragic murder. We have lost a treasure. My son Dan's life was cut tragically short at 41 years old. For 11 years, we have been forced to a life filled with unimaginable pain and heartbreak. Dan's father, Phil, and his sister, Shelley, share in this unending sorrow. Dan was a devoted father, brother, and son. Dan's life was marked by his devotion to family, education, and community. He was a loving, caring, and inspiring person. His academic journey included studying politics and philosophy at Harvard University, earning a master's degree later in political theory from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem and Emmanuel College in Cambridge, and later going back to Harvard to get a law degree. Dan was a prolific scholar and did start, co-founded the influential Prof's blog. His energy, drive, and sociability greatly enriched the FSU College of Law. Dan's life was filled with passion, music, dance, sports, travel, and people. But of all my son's accomplishments, however, I am most proud of the devoted father Danny was to his two sons, Benjamin and Lincoln. Dan was present, loving, and supportive, always putting his children's well-being first. He regularly attended the boys' daycares, reading with them. His office was filled with their drawings, and his home, his living room, filled with their toys. Dan was the boys' hero, and they have been forced to grow up without a father. Dan's murder has shattered our family and caused deep permanent pain. This was a particularly senseless crime, and the murder was particularly insensible. It was not revenge. Dan was a law-abiding and respectful citizen, an active father, and a living son. His life was devoted to teaching and helping others. The pain and suffering of Dan's murder goes well beyond other families too. That is why I wrote the book, The Unveiling, a mother's reflection on murder, grief, and trial life. In my unrelenting grief, I turned to advocacy, to feel purpose, and to help others with these tragic losses. I have found meaning and comfort to connect with others who want to serve justice. To all the community of journalists, TV programs, podcasters, Tallahassee communities, and the allies who have put their hearts in keeping Danny's story alive, we are full of thanks. To law enforcement and prosecutors, our gratitude is beyond for their dedicated, careful perseverance in seeking justice for Danny and our family. If Tallahassee is known for football, Tallahassee should be known for the prosecution and for law enforcement. They have done an outstanding job. These extraordinary efforts underscore the brutal truth of our family's story. Danny's murder was orchestrated by his former mother-in-law, Donna.
Who just put that? Who said that? Beach bum. Oh my God. Maybe one last parting gift to Donna Adelson. I should mail her. Oh no, because they can't have. No, what did they say? She said something to me. I'll have to go back and look. Something about she can't have books or something. Only the books that they give. Oh, but if I could, I would. I truly would.
Donna Adelson and other co-conspirators, and is a crime of cruelty. It is a murder of grief, a murder of selfishly prioritizing one's own desires over what is just or right. And at its core, this was a murder of convenience, so that one grandmother could live closer to her grandchildren. She killed their father and ripped the children from the other grandparents' lives. Donna Adelson's crimes against Dan began long before his murder. She belittled Dan in front of his children. She spread lies about it and contributed to a brutal separation between Dan and Wendi. She rented the house, and Dan came home. He found that Wendi and the boys were gone, with most of their belongings. He called this devastation Pearl Harbor. Donna's eagerness for Wendi to divorce Dan and to relocate to South Florida led her to increasingly devise desperate schemes. Despite these efforts, the court ruled that Wendi could not move the boys away from their loving father. Failing to achieve her goal through legal means, Donna finally resorted to orchestrating Dan's murder. She plotted, planned, and paid for his murder. Donna's crimes led to further devastation. Her middle son, Charlie, was convicted and sentenced to a life in prison for his role in facilitating Danny's murder for hire. Can you imagine a mother involving a son to complete a murder? Donna's eldest son, Rob, an honest and decent man, is estranged from the family, and her younger child, Wendi, has decided once again to relocate to another state. Her actions and those of her co-conspirators have caused children to lose their parents. Catherine McBanowitz, Freda Garcia, and Charlie Adelson, also convicted, are all convicted for life and have lost access to their children. Prior to her arrest, Donna's recorded phone calls with Charlie reveal their lack of a moral compass or capacity for self-reflection. She blames external forces for her family's curse. They're outside of her, but she is the curse, and lashes out angrily at witnesses who look.
She is the curse. Oh, what an amazing, amazing, powerful. I was like, you go, Ruth, you go. She is the curse.
And took the brave step to testify. Her modus operandi has always been to run from Tallahassee and then to try to flee to Vietnam. For our family, there is no such prospect for escape. Danny's absence, and that leaves a hole at the center of our lives, no matter where we go. Yet Dan's murder was not enough for Donna. His death was not enough. Danny had to be fully erased from his beloved sons. The boy's last name was ever changed, an extraordinary decision to excise the Markel name from Phil's only grandsons who shared his last name. And after the first arrests were made, Donna didn't allow the Markel family to have access for over 6 years. It was only when there was a phenomenal Tallahassee advocacy group that passed the Markel Act. The passage of this bill was immediately followed by our first invitation to see the boys after the arrest. The door only cracked open. Despite these efforts, we remain excluded from the boys' lives. We were not at their bar mitzvahs or graduations. We have extremely highly choreographed visits and communications. We only wait for the day that Benjamin and Lincoln will visit their father and his grave, and his father's history, and his grave in Toronto. We want nothing more. The facts of Danny's murder, are difficult to swallow. The experiences Phil, Shelley, and I have been forced to suffer are profound as homicide survivors and victims of the criminal system. The lives of Danny's two sons, our grandchildren, were forever turned upside down by this crime. Benjamin and Lincoln were only preschoolers when their father was murdered, and now they are forced to confront and try to understand the unthinkable crimes of murder and the Adelsons' involvement. Our lives will never return to normal. For those who love Danny and for those who Danny loved, there is no escape from the wicked effects of what Donna Adelson set in motion, carried out, and paid for, and for many years enjoyed the aftermath of. Donna Adelson has caused immense devastation and an untimely, undeserved murder through her actions. While no trial or verdict can ever heal the profound wounds caused by Dan's murder, justice must be served. I respectfully ask the court to impose the maximum sentence on Donna Adelson. Her lack of cooperation and remorse throughout the case demands justice, the justice that Dan's life and memory fully deserve. We are immensely grateful to the court for its careful and compassionate deliberation. Respectively, Ruth Markel.
Thank you, Ms. Markel. Are there any other victim impact statements this evening?
One more, Judge.
If you please could tell us your name for the record.
Good evening. My name.
Can I also just say I love that Phil rocked the white pants after Labor Day? You go, Phil. You go. Yes, I wish they would have. You know what? Phil's deserves another here because it was amazing.
My name is Phil Markel. I'm Danny's father. Judge Everett, I appreciate the opportunity to speak about the impact of Donna Adelson's actions on my families and the families of so many others. While this victim impact statement is addressed to you, Your Honor, it is also intended for the Adelson family, Harvey, Charlie, Wendi, and particularly Donna. I would like them to understand and reflect on the deep and irreparable damage they have caused. The pain that they have caused my family is obvious and permanent, but they have also caused lifelong harm to their own immediate family and so many other families and children around. Donna's selfishness, cruelty, and complete disrespect for human life, along with that of her co-conspirators, have left families forever broken. Louis Rivera, his children have no father. Catherine Magbanoa and Sigfredo Garcia, their children have no parents. Charlie Adelson, his son, Roman.
I believe they're 15 and one will be turning 14 in October. So 15 and 14. The youngest one turns 14 October 13th.
Has no father. Rob Adelson and his wife and their two children have lost their uncle and grandparents. Shelley and Ian.
Oh, thank you, Alf. Thank you for correcting me. That's right. 16 and the one will be turning 15 in October. Thank you very much.
My daughter, their 3 children, my grandchildren, are left without an uncle and are separated from their cousins. Of course, their heinous and callous actions have left me, Ruth, and Shelley without our Danny, and Ben and Lincoln without their father. For anyone to commit such a cold-blooded, unprovoked act of murder is horrific. For Donna, someone who claims to care so much about Ben and Lincoln, her sun shines. Her actions are beyond comprehension. She has harmed forever the people she claims to have loved. In the Jewish custom, we have an expression to always wish others to live to 120 years of age. For Donna, I wish...
Oh, hold on. John, you have a YouTube channel? Tennis, can you put it in the chat? Can you link it? Oh, the Sono AI site. You should actually, John, start a YouTube channel and link your songs in there. Oh, okay, Tennis Girl, thank you.
Wish her to live to 120, alone in her jail cell. I wish that every day of her remaining days she thinks about the harm she has caused to so many, especially those 2 boys she claims to have loved so much. For these reasons, Your Honor, I ask the court sentence Donna Adelson to the maximum possible sentence. And my only short question to Donna, was it worth it? Respectfully, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Markel. Are there any other matters that the court needs to address this evening, Ms. Koppelman? With the PSI being ordered, the court will pronounce the sentence as to counts 2 and 3 after it's been completed. The parties have had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence investigation report and make any objections if they believe they need to. As to the 3 counts that the jury has found the defendant guilty of, I will adjudicate her guilty at this time, but the sentence will be pronounced as to the 3 counts at a later date. She is remanded for sentencing at this time. Lieutenant Henry, please notify the commander at the jail that the appropriate screening needs to take place to ensure that the defendant is in an area where she is not subject to any self-harm. For a case management date coming up, what would the parties request?
Ms. Dugan's October court date, Your Honor.
Believe that is 10/14, is that correct, Ms. Dugan?
Yes, sir.
October 14th for case management at 2:30 p.m. That will be in the normal courtroom 3B. Patricia, if you can make sure that the notice goes to DOC so they are aware that the PSI needs to be completed as soon as possible. Thank you. We are in recess at this time. We will reconvene on October 14th. Have a good evening, everyone.
Oh. So, Kosher, you were saying she tried to get to Harvey? Elf right when they concluded? Let's go back and see.
Thank you. We are in recess at this time. We will reconvene on October 14th. Have a good evening, everyone.
Boy, I wish I could read lips. Yeah. Just like that, from paella to spam. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to ask chat. What's your predictions on Wendi when she gets arrested? You think she's saying, I don't understand? Could possibly be, too, that she's like, I can't live in that room with blood and shit all over. Beach bum, John Smith, nab, moldy baloney. She said, can I go home now? Oh, Bob, you're saying not gonna happen. B Rabbit says within a month. Bob, you still think she's not gonna get arrested. You have said that for, well, since I've been on here and you've been coming. And the turtle suit. Yep, the turtle suit. She's been in the turtle suit once before. Wait till prison when they match her up with Large Marge. Elf says if Wendi isn't arrested, I'm going to break some stuff. I think we all will. John's a month. Oh, Tennis, you're thinking the same thing now. Oh, boy. She's going to do a K-turn and run. Yep. Absolutely agree. So, two, you think before Christmas? I would hope they don't leave it till December 24th. Like, if anything, think of the boys there. Yep, our new rock star juror said Wendi looked guilty as sin. Mm-hmm. I honestly thought it was going to be Monday. I don't know now. After hearing Campbell, I just don't know. Oh, Yom Kippur. Mm-hmm. Do they wait till Dan's birthday to do it? I was thinking that. Do they wait till Danny's birthday? Oh yeah, Campbell's just a shell of a man with no balls. That's what he is. Do you have JC's latest disaster presser? Let me look for it. Katie was returned to Leon County. She was. She absolutely was. She said balls. I'm tapping out, y'all. Take it easy till next time. Be well, all. You also, Beach. Okay, I'm just going to look quickly, see if I can find Jack Campbell's presser here. I think it was just done on a Facebook. Take Wendi at 5 a.m. like Charlie. We won't notice the bedhead. Oh, Charlie's that. You know, I would also love to see Katie's, because she pisses herself. Oh, that might... Is it possible that Campbell put that out to keep Wendi from running until grand jury meets? Does anybody know what YouTube channel that was on? The only one I'm getting is where he's denying what Tim Jansen had said. Jack Campbell took Georgia from the press release saying she needed some rest. Do you think he wanted her to rest up for Wendi? You could look at that. Not a damn thing, Tattles. How are you, friend? Oh, that was great. Yes, it was. That was weird when he pulled Georgia away from the group. He said rest in the coming weeks, and 5 out of 6 ain't bad. Here's the thing, and I understand Sigfredo, Luis, Katie, Charlie, Harvey. But I'm sorry, is it really justice if Wendi stays walking? And I get that, John, that she has other cases to go to. I get that 100%. Wendi's trial isn't going to be right away. So why can't she sit in jail and wait? I agree, Elf. It will be zero justice if Wendi walks free. Zero justice. Loriot thinks he's bluffing. Oh, that was disturbing. Or he's like, you're the man. B-Rabbit, you're right. The Markels aren't getting any younger. It's disgraceful they've waited this long, in my opinion. The only chance they have of having any type of relationship with their grandchildren is for Wendi to get arrested. If I were Wendi, I wouldn't invest in any new shoes or Egyptian high thread cotton sheets or maybe even yogurt. Wendi will remain free, and yes, it is so wrong, and it hurts to think of her being free at all after all this. Yeah. You know Georgia wants Wendi. You know it. You know it. Just arrest her, make her sit in jail for a year. Anyway, that absolutely what I'm saying, Elf. Absolutely. There's other people in that office that could deal with pre-trials, things like this. There's no reason for her to be walking free. Just, there is absolutely no reason. And it truly will mean no justice for Danny if she stays walking. It's absolutely sad to think that. But, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to... Oh, well. He's a cowardice bitch, is what he is. Let's just call him what he is. A cowardice bitch. There you go. Maybe George should start weaning her on bologna and mashed potatoes. Yeah, I like Sarah. Sarah Catherine Dugan. She likes to be called all three names. Sarah Catherine Dugan. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to say goodnight because I still have a wicked headache. And I wanted to show you those files I got. I'm going to try to get more. For some reason, they told me that the phone calls are personal, which, unless it's just prison that the calls are released, but no, because Charlie's Leon County jail calls were released, so I don't know why Donna's wouldn't be. Unless... Could it be possible that they won't release the phone calls because there is another arrest coming? Because they did tell me that they could not release the jail calls. I'm going to try again, though. I'm going to send more. I'll send a request every day for them. but I will work on play the Charlie song, please. Oh yes, sorry. Yep, hold on. Oh, I don't want to do that one. Here we go. Let me go here. I gotta go to Crime and Coffee. Oh. Oh, what? Why won't it bring it up on here? Oh, because it's in the Chrome. Oh, one sec, guys. I'm going to put you into here so I can get into that screen. Oh, you know what? I'll just do this. Because you sent me a link, John, so let me just do it this way. So much easier. Thank you for reminding me, John, also.
Mother leads her young son through the prison door. Today his dad will tell him why he can never come home anymore. As the guard leads him into the room, fear comes rushing through. This will be the hardest thing he's ever had to do. He pulls his son up to him, and his eyes fill with tears. He's only seen him 2 said, son, what I did years ago has ruined so many lives. Fathers, mothers, and children now live with pain each day, 'cause of hate and anger and one decision that we made. Son, I hope you grow up to be a good young man. Throw a rock into the river and think of me now and then. Think of what I told you. Always remember what I said. When you throw a rock into the water, watch how far the ripples spread. On the outside, I was your dad. On the outside, I was Charlie. And here I'm prisoner number 267483.
Wow, John, that's really, really good. Really, really good. And part of me would hope that someday Charlie does feel that way. I don't know if it's possible, but he will always be 26783. It's really, you know, I'm not going to speak bad about Bree. She's going through a lot of shit. She's messed up. But that young boy, I don't think he has anyone. I truly don't think he has a rock. Because we know the Adelsons, they weren't there for him. They said what they said on the phone with Charlie. They had no intentions of being there for him. They were taken off to Vietnam. Oh, you're welcome, John. That's really, really good. Thank you for making those songs. I appreciate it, and they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. But it was kind of sad too. I have to say, it was kind of sad. But I'm going to say goodnight. So do I, John. I do. I do hope he grows up on a different path. As of right now, last time I thought Bree was facing some kind of charges. I don't know if it was just driving without a license, suspended license or something like that, but it's sad. He knew. Charlie knew that he did this. Wendi won't be sleeping well tonight. If you think she's not going to be arrested, then she could possibly thinking the same thing. I would like to wake up tomorrow morning to a breaking news. Wendi Adelson has been arrested. That's what I'd like. You know what, John? I will play it tomorrow night. I'll play it earlier on before we get into Wendi Adelson. Because we have to start getting her name going again. Everything Wendi. It's all about Wendi. And I do believe I'm going to be making a call. Oh, I see. And I disagree with that. I think she's had an easy go for 11 years. She knew the state attorney's office was going after them one by one. I think she slept very well. And I say the only person that was happy that Donna Adelson's first trial got blown up by dynamite was Wendi Adelson. Because that means she had at least almost another year of not worrying. The only person happy about it was Wendi Adelson. But, you know, she believes she's innocent. She believes she's told herself she's lived this life. She's had 11 years of not being arrested. So, you can deceive yourself so much. I think when her mom's trial actually started, I think that's when she started to worry. And Mary says that song was absolutely beautiful. It should be played everywhere. Yes, it should. It was very good. John Smith's song, that was. Dan Rashbaum was pretty happy. Yes, he was. Get me the fuck out of here. But that being said, I know I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. But I am actually signing off this time. My head is splitting. And I want to say goodnight. Let's all send up some prayers that Wendi Adelson gets arrested while we sleep. And Jack Campbell finds some balls. Maybe, can I mail him balls? Can I say, here, sir, since you don't have any, I bought you some. I wonder if I could do that. You know, write on one of the balls Wendi and the other one Adelson. Good night. Good night, guys. And John, you're very welcome. I said balls many a times. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate every single one of you. It is very beautiful. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow night.